Hey, YouTube peeps, what's happening? It's Demarcus Butts, and I'm back with another bariatric adventure update. So, I had my 6 week appointment last Wednesday. Found out that I was down 74 pounds in 6 weeks, which is absolutely phenomenal. I can't go into the amount of detail that it takes to you know get yourself ready for this process. Yeah, 74 pounds in in 6 weeks, and it's it feels good. I'm glad that I made the initial steps and I went through the whole process to get myself healthier. Me and my son, we've been going to the gym, religiously, 5 to 6 days out the week. We're going to the gym, getting it in. Right now, most of my workouts are, cardio based. We play basketball. We'll hit the elliptical machines. We'll do the boxing mitts and the kickboxing. We got a heavy bag in the basement. So we're constantly getting it in. So I just want to say, thanks to my boy. My son's been he's been great. He's been really making sure that I'm being held accountable. The days I don't feel like going to the gym, he'll call me like, "Hey, pops, come get me from school. We gotta go get it in." Thank you. I love you, son. Seriously. Yeah. So just wanted to give you an update. Some of the health issues that I'm noticing that are really starting to go away. The number one thing has been the high blood pressure. I am below normal now. They say normal is 120 over 80. Well, my blood pressure is running right now 104 over 72. 104 over 70. And that's without medication. They had pulled me off. When I was pre-hypertensive, before the operation, before I got on medication, so some years back, I was, constantly, in the 140 over, 99 over 100 range and stuff like that. Then I would lose a bunch of weight, I would get on board, the yo-yo dieting that we do. I'll lose a bunch of weight, get healthy, get healthier, I should say, and then I'll pack the weight back on and then some, and then there it goes again. So then when they put me on a medication, it will stay normal, 122 over 86 and stuff like that. But those medications and stuff, I really hate being on them. I really hated being on them. Because just the side effects and all that stuff that they don't that they tell you about, but then they always find out things that they don't know about. When they release it out to the general public. I actually had to have one of my blood pressure medications changed last year. I was taking that. It's one of the inhibitor ones, lisinopril. Yeah, I was taking lisinopril, and I developed this nasty cough where I couldn't shake it. Well, come to find out that that cough, it was telling me, that was my body's way of telling me that you need to get off this stuff. And then you can Google it. There's a ton of lisinopril bad reaction pictures, and it's horrible. I mean, the cough is actually the initial thing is letting you know, like, hey, this isn't right. Get off this stuff. Luckily, I did my due diligence, and I research and search and read about any medication that's going in my body. I'm one of them weird people like that. I just like to know, certain things and stuff. Yeah. So anyway, so then they put me on this Losartan stuff, and it's done pretty good, But I'm glad to be finally getting off of it. It's a blessing, it really is. I go in next month, for my physical, my regular physical. So that's going to be the appointment that's going to really let me know, what will I be getting off of all my other medications. Hopefully, I'll be able to get off the gout medication. If you have ever had gout and you know the pain I'm talking about, I do not wish it upon anybody. That shit is no joke, But hopefully I'll get off the gout medication, and hopefully I'll get off the metformin they got me on. The last few times they've taken my blood sugar, it's been pretty low. So I'm hoping that my A1C, my overall A1C, is actually went down a lot too, so I can start getting off that stuff. So everything that I've set out to do as far as getting this operation done, it seems like it's working. So I'm really thankful for that. I'm just thankful that whoever came up with these life changing procedures, I just want to thank them. But also keep that mindset with a grain of salt, because at the end of the day, it's a tool to get you to where you want to be. So don't think that you're gonna get this operation done and you don't got to put in no work. You'll fail. You will fail that way. I've seen multiple people when I go to the support groups. They've had they had the lat band, the duodenal switch, and then they went to the sleeve, and they would lose a bunch of weight, and then next thing you know, they were still eating like crap, and they probably didn't go get their mental examined, because, most of the time with us being bigger people, we tend to eat our feelings away and eat our emotions away and stuff. So, a lot of people don't deal with that. So that's why I'm thankful, that, I do have a good shrink that I can go talk to. And she's been helping me out tremendously, working through some of the issues that I deal with personally. Plus being in law enforcement and seeing some of the things that we see, it's a no-brainer. You got to have somebody to talk to, and you don't necessarily want to bring that type of stuff, to your family or to your wife all the time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, I tell my wife everything, but I don't want that to be the focal point, of our relationship. You know what I'm saying? So it's always good to have somebody to talk to, and I'm a big advocate for that. It doesn't make you a weak man or a weak person. Just get the misconceptions out of the picture. But yeah. So let's get back on track. So I wanted to talk about some things that that you'll notice that you're going to notice that you're going to be going through while you're healing, and especially the first month. The first month, it's rough, and you'll learn about all this stuff when you take the classes and stuff. But if you're like a really emotional person, or if you're somebody that's really in tune with your body and you can feel when things are out of whack, one of the biggest things that I've noticed was after the operation was when the weight really started coming off, and I couldn't, of course, I couldn't eat anything. So I was sitting at home, just healing up, getting up, going to the mall so I can walk, and going to Target and Walmarts and the various stores around town just so I can get my steps in every day. You really realize you'll really learn, they'll teach you this in the classes that you got to take, that your body, when you're storing fat, it's also storing hormones into the fat. And with us men, since we don't produce a lot of estrogen, well, that's what the fat turns into for us men. It turns to estrogen. So that's why, a lot of bigger guys are, a little more docile, more laid back or whatever, so as what I've noticed is as my estrogen level has started to go down because I'm getting, the fat off, my testosterone level has been going up. It's been rising. And, I've noticed, I've been getting a little more, quick to anger, not really sitting back, holding my mouth anymore, and I'm just, if I feel like I gotta say something, I say it, and, but while you're going through all that in the first couple of weeks, I mean, your body isn't it's fluctuating, so it's like it's a constant battle. So, that's why they tell you when you're taking your classes, if you do deal with depression or anything like that, make sure that if you start noticing that you're going to an extremely low place while this weight's coming off at such a rapid pace, reach out and talk to somebody, and that's absolutely real. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat and, be a fluff channel and just tell you, all the good things. I mean, because there's a lot of bad things that you're going to go through too. I'm not going to make this video super long like the last one. I'm going to keep it kind of short today. But there's just a few things I want to get out there. So make sure, that you really understand that, what you're really getting yourself into. And, there's a lot of doctors out here that, that just kind of force, their patients through the process just for the money or whatever. Get you a real doctor that's going to tell you that you need to get healthy enough for the surgery. I've heard horror stories, not here at the one I went to, but I've heard horror stories and read about stuff, about doctors that really don't really give a damn about the patients, and they was just getting them through it because, hey, it's good money for them. And then these people, these severely obese people that didn't even have a chance of making it, they end up, perishing. And, it's not right. It's malpractice. What I'm saying? That's taking advantage of a system. My doctors at my clinic, they're not like that. They're honestly probably some of the best. I mean, I know that they're ranked in the top 10, top 15 in the whole world. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just really extremely grateful for, Dr. LeMasters and Dr. Cohalan, at Unity Point Weight Loss Center. You guys are phenomenal. You guys are changing people's lives every day. And it's not about just the operation, the tools. It's about, re-educating us and everything like that. Just couldn't, give you guys enough credit for, and then your medical team is second to none. They really know their shit, So if you're here in Iowa and if you're really contemplating about, who to go to, who to talk to, go to them people, go talk to them. Develop, they really care about you. They really do, and it's not an act. You can tell when people are being fake or whatever. They're not fake. No, they're real. So I guess another thing that we can talk about or we can touch upon, is once, the weight really starts coming off, you start feeling good, but you also start noticing, people saying, snide little remarks to you and, stuff like that, jealousy or whatever it is. Don't pay that no attention, keep your head strong, keep your head down, because you know what you're getting this operation for. You're getting it to become a healthy person. Like I said, I can give two fucks about, losing a whole bunch of weight and becoming some fit little small guy. You know what I'm saying? It's about the health, and, the losing the weight part, that's the benefit of it, I'll still be the same, DeMarcus, I'm still going to be the same me, just, a lot of people just, like I was saying in my last video, they get this operation done and then they become, somebody that they always thought they should be. Not going to go into too many details, but, I had a friend some years ago, she had went through it and, she was, a big, beautiful woman, and, she went through it and just become just like a diva after she got it done, lost all that weight and everything. And, she cost herself, a bunch of friendships, you know what I'm saying? So, that's not the case with me. It's for my health. I want to be around to see my kids, graduate and go to college and and all that good stuff. Be around, for my wife. As we celebrate. We got our 5-year anniversary coming up. So we got a lot of there's a lot going on. There's a lot to live for, and I want to be around for as much as I can. So. Another thing I wanted to touch upon, and we're going to be cutting this short here in a minute. Just make sure that that you got people in your corner. There's people out here, that are more than willing to reach out and help you out as you go through this process. It's a community. It's the bariatric patients. It's a community. What I'm saying? It is. I haven't met too many people that's think they're too above helping out a newer patient or whatever. When I go to the support groups and stuff like that, especially now because I went through everything. The amount of support that you get, it's crazy. The various Facebook pages and people that that you're gonna meet. It's just an awesome thing, and you know. It's good to go through this stuff. It really is. But like I said, there's nothing easy about this. If you think that you're just going to get it done, and you're going to lose a bunch of weight and that's going to be it, you got to put the work in. You got to get to the gym. You got to learn how. You got to relearn everything. Because eventually you will stretch your pouch out. You will go back to eating a bunch of junk. You will if you don't change your mindset, you will fall back into old habits. So so that's probably been about the hardest thing, is staying away from the old habits. I haven't really had a whole lot of cravings for, any of the bad stuff that I used to eat all the time. But I've also found a bunch of low calorie replacements for that stuff too. But I'm trying to really follow my program that my doctors have put in place for me, and that's why I lost 74 pounds in 5 weeks. And he and my doctor informed me that it's going to start slowing down, and then you'll start you'll lose a bunch of weight, then your body will stall out, and then you'll go back to losing a bunch of weight again. But as long as the numbers are still going down, as long as your health is still going up, that's all I give a damn about anyway. So. But yeah, we'll end it there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And I'll do another update video next week. Me and my son, we might, put some videos up of us training and working out and stuff, just to give people the ideal, some ideas of what to look forward to. And if you have any other things that you want me to touch upon, next video, I'll touch upon some recipes and stuff, and what I eat in the day and stuff like that. I'll touch upon that kind of stuff in the next video. So until then, ciao.